So hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Service Now Real Time with Shabbir. So in the previous session, we discussed about how we can trigger the notification by using event with a real time scenario. Now, in today's session, I am going to discuss about the concept of UI actions. Okay, UI actions. So what do you mean by UI actions in Service Now? Let me just start. So I just opened this incident list view. See, in this list view, you are able to see some buttons. What buttons? See, there is a button called new. And also, suppose if I click this checkboxes, for example, all, then if I click on this action on selected rows, here also there are some buttons. Delete, archive record, delete with preview. Okay, these are also buttons available on the choice list. This is we can call as choice list. Okay. So, but if I open the same, incident form. See, you are able to see the buttons on the list view. And also, when I open the form also, there are lot of out of the box buttons available. See, follow, update, resolve, delete. Okay. But if I click on this context menu, see, if I right click on the form, if I right click on the form, 1 minute, it's loading. Let me check now. See, if I right click on the form, you are having this form context menu, right? This is the form context menu. On the form context menu also, these are nothing but these are buttons only. Okay. And if I scroll down, you are having some kind of related links. We can create links also. So ultimately, these are all the service now out of the box button which are available on your form header. This is the form header, and also which are available on the form context menu, and also links. These are available, and also in the list view. If I check the list view, in the list view also you are having list context menu. Some buttons are available here. And in the banner, like list, not banner, in the header also you are having some of the buttons available. These are the service from out of the box buttons which is provided. And each and every button has its own use. Suppose if I click on this new button, what will happen? A form will be open, right? New form will be open. Okay, and if I do submit, a form will be submitted. That is the functionality of the button. Okay, so each and every button have its own use, right? Now, where we can check the functionality of these buttons? So open this UI actions. Just type UI actions in the left navigation. You are having this UI actions under system definition. Just open it. Okay, so you can check the, but see, ultimately total you are having like this much 2475 buttons available entire system on different tables with different functionalities. But let me check the incident table. Incident table. See, in the incident table you are having this 29 UI actions. Okay, let me just check this remove incident functionality. Remove incident, and also you are having this create problem. Okay, create change request. I'm just opening randomly 4 to 5 buttons to check the functionality. See, assign to me, check it out. Okay. This is the existing configurations. Nothing I have created newly. This is the existing one. So, see, this is the button name. Create problem with the button name, and which is available on the incident table. And where it is available? Form context menu. See, we can place the button in different places. See, this pen checkbox are available, right? Form button, form context menu, form link, list banner button, everything available. You can place this wherever you want, depend on the customer requirement. So this create problem was available on the form context menu. And see, which is active. So you can able to see the UI actions which are having only active as true. Suppose if you want to disable it, we can just make it as disabled. Right? Now you are having here two checkboxes that is called show insert, show update. What is the meaning of this? Why? So this is only it is as marked as show update. What is the meaning of that? On the incident form, okay, it will show only for the existing records. Update means existing means already. Suppose let me open now. I'm opening the incident new form. This is the new form incident.do. Okay. Now I'm doing the right click. Available here. See, create problem button is available here. No. But if I open the existing incident, if I open the existing incident, let me open this one, 427. Now that button will be show. See, create problem. That means what? Show insert means it will visible to the new records on the table. Show update means it will visible for the existing records. So as it is checked only for the update, that means what? This button will be visible to only the existing records, not the new records. You already seen it. I shown the example. Okay. Now you are having this field called action name. Action name. Sometimes we need to trigger the UI, this UI action by using scripting. Scripting. With the help of scripting also we can trigger the UI action. In that case, we can define an action name and we can trigger the UI action. So for scripting point of view, we can use it action name. Okay. Now, see, there is one checkbox called client. Now you will get one interview question. As of now, we covered the UI policies, client script, right? UI policy runs on the client side and the client scripts also runs on the client side. Whereas business rules and also schedule jobs and script includes, not script include, schedule reference qualifiers. All these things runs on the server side. But the question here is which side this UI action will run? It will run for the client side or it will run for the server side? Important interview question. So the answer is UI action works on the both sides. We can call the UI action in the server side. You can call the UI action. I mean, like you can create the UI action on the farm side also. Because you are seeing the clear difference here, right? This farm, in the farm level, you are able to see the buttons, and also in the list view also you are having the buttons. That means what? Conclusion, UI actions can be run the both side. It will run for the client side and also server side. Okay, suppose if you want to call this to the client side, we can need to enable this button so that it will run. Okay, this many places we can check one by one. Depend on your requirement, we need to check this checkbox. Now scroll down. You are having here a condition. Condition. So if this condition is met, then only this UI action will be visible. Otherwise, it won't visible. See what is the condition here? Current dot state not equal to closed. So the incident state should not be closed to see this button. And also GS dot has role ITIL, some SN right is there. So current login user should have this role, ITIL role or whatever this SN problem white role. And the current dot problem ID nil. So this field should be nil. That's what they're telling. So if all these conditions are met, then only this UI actions will be visible. Okay. Then what need to be done whenever we click on this button? So that script is written here. out of the box. Okay. And the same way you are having a create change request. See, create change request, it is having a show update only. So why it is not enabled? Where it is form button? Okay, list V2 compatible. I'm not sure about this. Please check from your end and scroll down. It is available on the workspace menu, I think. So it is configured in the workspace menu, not from all these things. Form button, nothing is available, but as part of workspace only it is enabled. So then you are having this assign to. So assign to check like button is available on the list context menu. List context menu. That means what? Where? Let me check. Incident dot list. List context menu means this one, right? See here it is available. Assign to me. So it is placed on the list context menu. And what is the logic and what is the condition? Everything is available here. Scripting part. You can check it out. So now you got the basic understanding about the these buttons and everything. And what is the conclusion? We can create a button on the list view, or also we can create the button on the form view on different places like this. Now let's start with one real-time scenario requirement. So the requirement is you are able to see this list context menu, right? I mean like list view, right? Suppose if I randomly select any incidents, suppose let's take this 427 and also like 432, which are not in closed state. Okay, I'm selecting the incidents which are having different state except closed. So okay, randomly I'm selecting this 309. Okay, then okay, all these are closed. So I selected some three or four incidents, right? Suppose if I select this three, four incidents randomly, and when I click this action on selected rows, okay, I want to create a button here in this place, and the button name is bulk update or bulk close. The button name should be bulk close. And whenever we click the button, whatever the state is available, right? It is now in new state. Whenever I selected and whenever I click that button, automatically these selected incident state should be closed. It is nothing but auto closure of incidents. I mean like bulk closure of incidents. You got the requirement, right? So whenever I select the random incidents and whenever I checked and when I click on this action on selected rows, so there should be one button. Whenever I submit, I mean like click that button, automatically these states should be resolved or closed. That is my requirement. So let me begin how we can create that button. Let me open the UI actions. So I'm going to create a new UI action now. So let me click on new and I'm giving what we can give, I'm giving this as a bulk resolve incidents. Okay, I'm giving this. Otherwise, incident all fine. Table name on which table I want this? I want this to be on the incident table. That's why I'm selecting the table as incident. Okay, this should be like a server side only. So that's why I'm like using this, not clicking on this client callable client. Now you tell me which option I need to choose. I want to place this button on the choice action, right? So that's why there is one checkbox called list choice. Suppose if I check this checkbox now, this button will be visible on the list choice. Okay. Now what about the logic? Logic is very important, right? So what logic we need to write? See, first of all, suppose without this button. Let's forget about this button. I want to resolve this incident. Suppose I want to resolve this incident from list view. For example, what I'll do, I will double click on this state and I'm clicking on the resolved. Then save. What happened here? What happened here? Data policy exception. The following fields are mandatory. Which fields? Resolution code and resolution notes. So to resolve any incident on the list view, these two fields should be mandatory. We need to fill these two fields. What are those? Resolution code and resolution notes. So for that purpose, what I'll do here in this list view, I am just writing one logic that is called current. Current will refer to the current whatever incident that you selected. Whatever the incident you selected. So if I select this thing, so this current will apply to these two records only. That is the beauty of that. Current dot state. What we need to make the state? State should be resolved, right? What is the backend name of resolved state? Resolved. Resolved is 6. See, I got 6 as the backend name. So I'm giving 6 here. But as you see, whenever I'm trying to resolve this incident from the list view, I'm getting one error that is called resolution code and close notes are mandatory. So for that purpose, what I am doing, I am filling these two fields. So how I am filling? See, where is the resolution notes? So this is the backend names, close code. Nothing but what? Backend name of resolution code. Okay, that is close code. Close code I'm giving. Current dot close code is equal to. So what we can give here? So here, see, I'm giving as a duplicate. We can give any choice from this. This is a choice field, guys. Okay, we can give any choice from this one. So, for example, I'm giving now duplicate. So let me add duplicate. This value should be same as the choice value, right? Now, current dot. What is the other value we need to fill? Close note. So close note is it's like a string kind of field only. So I'm just filling this one. I am from UI action. Okay. Now everything is set, but we need to update this thing, right? So I'm using current dot update in the UI action. So ultimately, what it will happen now, whenever you click this button, your state will be moved to resolved with these two fields like close code as duplicate and the close notes as the this one. Now let me test what will happen. So let me save this uh, UI action. Then I will do the testing. Now let me go to the list view. Okay, so done. See, randomly, let me check for only this one record, 427. Okay, or another one as 433. Then I'm selecting this one. Now I selected three incidents randomly from the list view. Then see, just click on this action on selected rows. So here you can see bulk resolve incident. This is the UI action that we placed in the list choice. That's why it is showing here. Okay. Now just click this one and remember these numbers. 427, 433, 311. Okay. So now bulk resolve incident. See, 427 has been resolved, 433 has been resolved, and 311 also has been resolved. You can check this one. See, 311, 433, 427 got resolved. Ultimately, what we have done? We have done the bulk update by using a UI action from the list choice. See, it will enable only whenever you select the record only. See, now it will enable bulk resolve. So this is the real-time example on the UI action. We do have more examples like we can create the UI action on the farm level also, but I will cover this in the next session. For now, this is the basic understanding about the UI action and everything. Okay. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day. We'll meet with a new video very soon.